And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Thank you very much once again, John Bon Jovial, the legendary John Bon Jovial. And thank you, listeners, and all you other strangers who just happened to click on this show by accident. Stick around a while. You might hear something you like maybe this first guest here, the music from Australia, Julia Jacklin. It's called To Perth Before the Border Closes. Let's listen.
City held me. Don't you know that everything changes inside the dream? AKs for wanting. Don't you know that everything changes?
Yeah, a little bit different there. They do say that she does alternative music, and I would agree with that. Interesting and kind of haunting there too. Her name is Julia Jacklin, big in Australia. It's Before the Border Closes. She's a 30-year-old Australian singer-songwriter from Sydney, and her musical style has been described as indie folk, indie pop, and alternative. I'm not sure an alternative to what, but interesting sound, and she's quite popular over there. This is from her newest album. It's called Crushing and is out now, so you can check her out. Julia Jacklin, okay? John Bon Jovial, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, the alternative is a good description. I like the music. It's kind of ethereal in a haunting way. It's not the kind of music that I personally would want a steady diet of, but I do believe that it's something that if it came on the radio for, one or two types of that kind of music, I could listen to it very easily.
Agreed. Yes, it is I want to listen to more of her music, hear some of her other tracks, which I haven't had a chance to listen to yet. And wanted to hear some of her other stuff to see where she takes her musical cues and how she incorporates this ethereal quality that she put into to Perth before the border closes. I want to see what she does overall. I think it'd be interesting. She's obviously creative. She's definitely got an original style, and you can feel she puts herself into her music. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what else she does. We want to thank you folks for joining us again today. This is our second week back from our COVID-19 vacation, and we are so happy to be back here. And we want to thank all of our listeners for all the wonderful the emails, the messages. I've been spending a lot more time checking out email messages and notifications and messenger messages. And I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to, welcome us back and your sympathies for the COVID. It was an interesting experience, and I have to say that I was 3 days into it before I realized that that's what I probably had. I thought I had just a bad body cold, and I went to the doctor, and he said, "Boy, you got yourself a case of that COVID thing." And, well, the rest is history. But anyway, it's gone. It's done. Hopefully there are no major after effects that I'll have to worry about, although they're saying they're finding people do, in fact, have some after effects that appear a couple of months down the road. But it's been a couple of months, and we're back to rock and rolling, and that's what matters. What's new with you, John Bon Jovial?
Well, I got to backtrack here for a second. The doctor
Sure.
looked at you in the eye and said, "Boy." Well, obviously this guy needs glasses, because to look at you, I might think you're Methuselah, but I don't know about boy.
Boy.
And what is the old comeback, the old saying? And since this is a family show, I'll clean it up a little bit. But boy, you ever see a boy pee over a dump truck?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Tip your waiters and waitresses, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here through Thursday.
Yeah, don't quit your day job. I will tell you one thing, though. In all seriousness, the one thing that the doctor did say to me was my last day before they kicked me out and sent me home. And he examined me and went over my records and everything, and he looked me square in the face and said, "Mr. Bowers, you've beaten COVID." And I sat there, and I really had dual emotions. I had this ecstatic excitement. Damn, it's over. And I also had in the back of my mind are you sure?
Yeah.
Are we really sure it's over? But yeah, that was a nice feeling when he said, "You beat COVID."
Oh yeah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, hallelujah is right. Now, we were all very worried about you, and I think I have told you, not only in front of the mic, but behind the mic, that we were very concerned, and we are absolutely thrilled that you're back in the saddle again.
Well, I am glad to be back, and thank you very much. As I indicated a few moments ago, all the wishes, yours and everyone else's, are greatly appreciated. It's nice to have friends like you all, and we want to thank each and every one of you. We want to thank Mary Perry, accredited disability writer up in Rochester, New York, who underwrites the David Bowers so that we can play weekly on WRFZ FM 106.3. That's Rochester Free Radio in Rochester, New York. And we are so glad, because this gives us a chance to, get to some of our homies, having been from upstate New York in the, back in another life. And it's really great, all the friends that we have made in the Rochester area, thanks to the show, and our friends at WRFZ, Rochester Free Radio. Thank you, Mary Perry, for making that possible. This is the show where the guests get to pick the awards, and every show is an award show, so everyone who appears on the show is an automatic Award winner. Want to pass out a quick award to a good friend of ours, mentioning Rochester Free Radio. I have to get this in because he stepped up in a big way and helped us out this last week, and that is our friend, the real Jeff Moulton, who is on WRFZ and also ABC Oldies Radio Online. We want to thank Jeff, who is an old friend of mine from way back in my high school days, and he stepped up in a big way this week. He did us a big one, and we really appreciate him having gone out of his way to help make sure that our first show, the one that ran this past week, actually made it on the air, and you guys got to listen to it. Thank you very much, Jeff. We appreciate it. Our next guest is standing by, so I'm getting the wave. I guess it's time to hit the music and get on with this week's show. We're going to be introducing to you very shortly a gentleman by the name of Pete Thelen, right after we listen to this tune of his. It's called Voodoo King.
Streets of cobblestone, his home. Which he protects with his potions and conquers stone. Dreadlocks hang down by holding your hand, or cast a spell like no gypsy can, like no gypsy can, like no gypsy can. Under the street corner light, on the corner of Bourbon Street, late into the night, he's the king of the other world. His throne, the French Quarter, in the parish of Orleans, in the state of Louisiana, in the state of Louisiana, in the state of Louisiana.